Hi, this is Mr. Anderson. I'm doing a book commercial for the book Paperboy. This is a book by Vince Vodder. It's a Newbery Honor book from 2015. It's a realistic fiction book. It does have a taste of historical fiction due to the setting. Due to that time period of the 1950s down south, there is a little bit of complication due to race relations. It's a level 5.1 if you're following AR levels. So this is a story about a boy. His name is Little Man. He goes by Little Man because he can't talk very well because he has a speech impediment. For him to say his actual name is like trying to go through the whole Gettysburg Address, as he says. This boy is picked up a paper route for the month of July for his friend who goes to camp, and as a result knows that he's going to have to interact with some of his customers, which is going to be a tough thing for him. One thing that comes a little easier for him is baseball. He can throw a really fast fastball, and so that's something that he is good at. The reader does follow Little Man as he goes through his paper route. As you do this, you're following his interactions with the customers, which are always fun because of that awkward speech issue that he has. But you also get to figure out the quirkiness of the people that live in his neighborhood, from one lady who has a bit of a drinking problem to another guy who helps Little Man figure out where his place is in the world. At the same time, you get another story going where Little Man has given a knife to a junk man, a guy who is in the neighborhood and pushes a cart around with junk, so that he can sharpen it. However, the junk man has decided that he's going to steal the knife, so he pretends like, you never gave me a knife, I don't know what you're talking about. And that leads for a second story throughout to the end of the book that leads up to a stabbing. And so that's where that race relation part starts to come in a little bit, because in addition to this junk man who's African American, Little Man has a housekeeper who's an African American woman and very much steps up and is the role of his mom. And so he's struggling the whole time to kind of figure out where that role is. Reason I like this book was because of that historical aspect. It's just something I'm into, but also because of the baseball thing. That was a connection that I was able to make because I too like baseball. Looking at the website for Vince Vodder, I didn't notice if he has written any other books. I didn't do a whole lot of investigating into that, but I did find a trailer that I will link into this video so that you can watch a trailer about this book to decide if it'll be a good fit for you. That's all I've got. I recommend Paperboy to anyone who wants to read about a boy who has a speech impediment. The awkwardness that can come when talking with other people if you have a speech impediment, as well as if you're somebody who likes history.